ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Let's Talk CFL podcast, episode number 646. I'm your host, Christopher Jones. We're going to talk some football tonight. It's a busy day in the CFL. We got a huge announcement from the idiot moronic Putz commissioner, and he's changed the playoff format. So, of course, we're going to discuss that because it's fucking ludicrous. Actually, it's not as bad as I thought it was at first. I looked at it and I just thought, what the fuck is this? But anyhow, so we'll keep going. We'll talk about that. It's draft night, but that's really important to nobody that I really know about. So, yeah, I know we got to really either stop talking poorly about the draft and accept the fact that it's there and that Canadian players are part of this league until they aren't. And when they're not, then we won't have a draft anymore. And I don't know what the point of it is anyhow. So we're going to go through a whole pile of different things. I think we've done the discipline and league governance type of thing before on Yahoo or Achu or whatever the fuck the guy's name is. Quarterback stability. I did see that there was an article on the QB room in Winnipeg is the lightest in the CFL. I was kind of impressed by that, or shocked by that, I mean. We'll see what happens. And so let's introduce the panel tonight. First off, we've got William MacDonald from, where are you from? No, Calgary, Alberta, Stamps fan. It's my buddy, Will. How you doing?
Yes, I am doing well. Just want to put it out there. It wasn't totally Stuart Johnson. A bunch of other people agreed to it, and I know why. I know why they agreed to it.
Well, we'll talk about that.
It's all about money. It's all about money. Anyways,
of course it is.
I'm good. Everything's good. CFL is coming up. I saw a sneak preview of the Stampeders' new jersey. And yes, I will not be buying one. Oh, well.
Yeah, we're going to talk about that. That was actually not supposed to happen.
No, I know.
That was somebody at the league leaked the information to the media because Calgary had prepared this big announcement and a revealing of the uniform, and they got shut down by the league office. Typical fashion. Personally, I think somebody should be fired. And let's just, you know what? Just let's say Stuart Johnson. We should fire Stuart Johnson because he's a dick. Okay. And let's face it, he's responsible for everything that happens in the office. So he should take responsibility of this and fall on his sword.
Yeah, okay. It's not going to happen.
I know. My take anyhow. Michael Dennis, Portland, Oregon. Edmonton Elks fan. Oh my God, really? Sorry. Can we trash Cody Fajardo right off the bat and get it over with? Or
no. It's been a real good day here in Portland.
It's gotta happen naturally.
It's a good day in Portland, Oregon, and the thing that ticked me off the most today was the CFL major news on the playoffs. Really pissed me off. So I'm ready to talk when we get into that topic.
Well, I think the biggest problem with what they did is the advancing the schedule, but we'll get to that. It's going to be definitely important. Scott Morlich, Regina, Saskatchewan. Yes, a Riders fan. Forgive him, everybody. He was born into it. He doesn't know any better.
Oh, even if I had the choice, I would. Good day.
Nobody picks the Riders on purpose.
Sure they do.
No,
Been a good week, getting closer to football season, so I'm excited
for that. It's only Tuesday. It had to be a good week. Come on.
Right? Well, we're getting closer to the end of the month.
Back part of last week.
We're melting here, so that's a bonus.
For now.
Yeah, I'm not listening to that comment right now.
Well, we're going to talk about that because exactly what you just said is extremely important.
Yes.
Yep.
Okay.
Kind of why I brought that up.
Charles Cliff, Abbotsford, British Columbia, BC Lions fan. How you doing?
Yep. I'm doing well. Eventful day in the CFL. I'm going to say off the top that I have more issues with these changes than the previous ones. But hey, it's going to happen whether we like it or not, so I'm not going to sit here and just complain about it. But hey, yeah, it's a nice, it wasn't that sunny a day in the Lower Mainland. We had a excellent weekend weather-wise, and then the kind of got overcast. But apparently the sun's coming back for the end of the week, so it's going to be a
27
nice weekend
degrees.
again.
It's going to be pretty
Yes,
amazing.
it's going to be very nice. So I'm looking
Great
forward
weekend.
to that.
That's really warm, Mike.
I thought so.
Yeah, it's Celsius, not
It's
Fahrenheit.
I just thought
77
I'd share
degrees.
that with you.
It's
Yep.
77
degrees is good.
Yeah.
Yes.
So if you want a rule of thumb, and it's not really accurate, but a rule of thumb is double it and add 32.
30. Yeah.
Okay.
For the most part. Yeah.
So 27 and 27 is 54, and add 32 is going to be 86.
Or Mike, you can do it also this way. If it's 27 or higher, just in your head, imagine CJ in a Speedo. Okay.
It's not going to happen. Well, I don't know. I'm getting pretty buff. I might be able to pull that one off soon.
Did you say
But,
pretty boff?
Buff.
Yeah. I'm down in the weight lane. I bet you I'm like, never mind. We're not going to talk about it. Okay.
You're an
Not going
old
to talk about
man.
it. Not
You're an old
today.
man. Okay. Sorry.
Yeah, but I'm, hang on. I did. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So let's talk some football. So
Yeah.
a couple of things that are happening right now. Right now, as we speak, as we're recording this podcast, the CFL draft is going on. And you can tell exactly how enthusiastic we are all about the draft because we're paying so much attention to it and not doing our podcast over top of it. So, oh, wait a minute. That's exactly what we're doing. So we're going to do our podcast because we don't care about the draft. I'm not really saying that because the draft is important to the players. It's important to the players' family. And in reality, it is how the Canadian players enter the CFL. And at this point in time, we have a ridiculous national content ratio. And so we have to have Canadian players, although nobody that's being drafted right now is ever going to play this season. Odds are against it. If anything, they're going to be down at the bottom of the roster on special teams. And very, very rare do we ever get players in their draft year to make an impact or even get on the field in offense or defense, with the certain exceptions, of course, of like the Philpott brothers and Alex Singleton and a couple other people. But if you're drafting 50 some odd players in a season, and one or two make a difference, what the fuck's the point?
Well, clearly the only reason we have this draft after studying it is because of the Canadian ratio rule. That's the only reason we have this draft. And the other thing that's frustrating is the one weakness that we do have in the CFL is we don't have a system to develop or find quarterbacks. There's not one quarterback drafted in the first 9 picks.
Because there isn't that one quarterback in the U Sports right now that's worthy of playing football in the CFL. And I'm not even going to blame U Sports. How many Canadian quarterbacks are in the NCAA right now? I don't know.
Hey, Mike, do you know how many quarterbacks got drafted in the first round of the NFL this year?
1.
Thank you. What does that say?
I'll give you one better, Mike. They are currently, the CFL draft is in the 6th round. Saskatchewan's up to make a pick, 56 overall. There has yet to be a single quarterback selected in the entire draft. And we're in round 6. Meaning 55 players have been taken, not one is a quarterback.
Michael, just so that you know, and you have to kind of concede to our knowledge on this because we've been with it for so long. When a CFL team selects a quarterback in the Canadian draft, we all believe that it's a waste of a draft pick, because up until Nathan Rourke entered the CFL, there has not been a CFL quarterback worthy of starting in the CFL.
Since Russ Jackson.
In my life. I don't think Russ Jackson was that good at this point in time. Only because of the era that he was playing in.
So are you telling me that how many colleges up in Canada play football?
All of them?
And there's not there's not
SFU.
one.
No.
Let's just say there's 20.
My Siri went off with my question.
No.
She's probably like, I don't know.
Yeah, but it's like out of all the colleges that you have up there, not one person can be selected in the draft.
Michael, have you ever watched a Canadian university football game
No, never.
compared to an NCAA football game? That will
Well,
explain it right there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Canadian college football is not on in America.
It's not on in
Hey,
Canada either.
It's
Let's
barely
put
on
it
in
this way,
Canada.
Michael. 100% Will's right. I
Yeah.
would rather watch a Texas high school Friday night game than watch a U Sports game. It would be better football.
So I have to apologize because I was wrong. The UFL is better than Canadian college football. Not much, but
Basically,
it is.
Well, I
you
didn't say
guys,
the UFL is better than high school football in America.
That's true.
well,
we
this
are
show,
not being mean to Canadian college. It's just a fact.
Yeah.
basically what we've said for the last 5 minutes just reiterates why we need to get rid of the ratio rule.
No one's
Get
gonna
rid
argue.
of
It's a complicated situation,
Well,
Michael.
and there was, and like I said earlier, that all the people drafted in the first round were American college players, but they were Canadian. But that also has to do with the U.S. management in the CFL because there's a lot of that. So
That is correct.
Just
Yeah.
so that people know that I'm not totally ditching on the Canadian football draft. The second pick in the draft was
We are.
Nicholas Hennings was the second pick in the draft, went to Toronto, and he is the only Canadian player drafted, and he was excellent in the combines. He was considered out of everybody in the 4-day combines the best player.
He's not the only Canadian player. I'll give you a clue. They were all Canadian players.
he's
Well,
trying
the
to
only
say
Canadian
only guy who played Canadian college.
It
Right.
played in
college.
Canada. You
Yeah.
have to make that distinction. He is the only player that played in youth sports. And I just Googled it. There are 4 Canadians playing quarterback position in NCAA. 4.
Which is not a lot out of the sheer number of teams down there.
No.
That's a drop in the bucket.
Oh, it's not even. So we don't have a lot of faith in Canadian quarterbacks, and it's very shocking. I have yet to see 2 Canadian quarterbacks on the field at the same time of any quality and caliber. Last year, we had Trey Ford played Nathan Rourke. That was the first time in my lifetime that I can remember where 2 Canadian quarterbacks played each other.
And that was a total mismatch, I might point out.
Total mismatch. Yeah. Edmonton got destroyed. And we have the potential for Nathan's brother, Curtis Rourke, to come up to Saskatchewan. We have this Taylor Egmont or whatever the hell his name is in Winnipeg, and we have Trey Ford over in Hamilton. So we do have the potential for 4 Canadian quarterbacks in the CFL, and I would have bet you my house that would never have happened last year.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I can say definitively that only 3 of those can play in the CFL. One of them I know can't.
Well, one of them can't play on Edmonton. You can't expect a mediocre quarterback to play on a shitty team. Won't happen. But if you take a mediocre quarterback and put him on an excellent team, you can win a Grey Cup.
Correct. Especially if you're a good defense.
Yeah. Montreal did it with Cody
Montreal
Fajardo.
Alouettes.
Calgary did it with Marcus Crandall. Calgary did it with Bo Levi Mitchell.
Oh, Levi Mitchell's is a Hall of Fame quarterback.
Yeah, we know that. So is Russ Jackson. Okay. So we got 9 players that have been drafted in the first round. We've got their names up here. I'm not going to try to pronounce any of them because it's just ridiculous that I do that. Rohan Jones, look at that. That's actually almost a sane name, but no. Oh, Malcolm Bell over at Saskatchewan. Saskatchewan took a person with a real name. But yeah, as Mike pointed out, there is only one player that did not come out of the NCAA in round 1. That's a big telltale sign, in my opinion. Okay, so let's go to. Anybody want to talk about the draft?
Yeah, I
Sorry, I don't want to cut you off too
one,
early here.
For one more second, I'm sending you a name, Christopher, and I'd like you to pronounce it, okay?
Oh, fuck off.
No, I'm serious. It would be very, I would appreciate it because I want your take on it because I don't understand it, okay?
And you expect me to?
Well, yeah, you told me you're a smart guy.
I'm a smart guy. I'm just not a linguistic.
Oh, come on now. Don't.
Don't sell myself short. I think
Yes,
I've proven it over the last 10 years in the pronunciation of football player names.
He's a
I'm
Calgary
waiting for this, William.
He's a Calgary draft pick. There you go.
Oh my
fuck
God.
off.
What?
the?
Jesus Ouija board?
He just went to his
Illuminati?
keyboard and did
He's
this.
a wide receiver for the Calgary Stampeders now.
His name is
Wow.
Jesus Ouija board.
Jesus Layomi Ojatalioi or something, I guess.
Is that all one word?
No, that's 2 names. That's his first name and his second name.
Jesse
Trying to put
Leone Oj. Nah, forget it.
Trying to put that on a jersey.
Yeah.
He'll get cut just because of that. Nobody could pronounce his name.
I can't say it, so we're
I've
just gonna
seen
cut
some.
you.
Yes, I've seen some pretty wacko names on the field before.
It actually looks like one of those new indigenous words.
Maybe we should call him Jess Ouija. That'll work. Anyway,
Yeah.
moving on.
I'm not going there. I'm not going to go there, William. Okay.
Okay.
So let's move on. So
it's
we've got the new.
It's July. That's how you
Okay.
pronounce it.
on July.
We've got a brand new schedule, playoff
Siri,
format,
pronounce his
schedule,
name.
startment, all sorts of things that are happening. The first game of the CFL schedule will now, as of 2027, start on Victoria Day, May 24th, long weekend. Okay.
May 24th.
What do you guys call that down in the States? Veterans Day or something similar to that? Okay.
No,
they have Memorial Day, but it's usually a
Memorial
week
Day.
after.
Okay.
it's a week after.
So Victoria Day long weekend up here in the States, or in Canada, which is Queen Victoria's birthday was May 24th. But now we put it on the 3rd Monday of May. So if you have the 3rd Monday of May and you have a 3-week training camp, and then you have half a week of rookie camp before that, so you're starting training camp in mid to late April. What happened this week in Saskatchewan? Scott?
We got a shit ton of snow.
How much snow?
Up north got 50 plus centimeters.
50 plus centimeters of snow in Saskatchewan, and they are expecting these boys to have a training camp.
We got last Saturday.
Thought this one up.
Last Saturday we got 40 centimeters of snow.
You can move the training camps to
what?
City.
At what expense?
No, it costs money, but it can be moved.
You realize there's only one dome in the CFL, right, Mike?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Alberta, Saskatchewan, and Manitoba.
It doesn't snow here in April, so we're going to be good. But the Alberta,
Saskatchewan, and Manitoba,
not exactly great ideal training weather.
4 years ago here, it snowed on May long weekend.
Yeah.
Don't they have indoor training facilities?
Nope.
Yeah, how do you watch games in indoor training
Well, they're called
facilities?
gymnasiums.
They have them, but they're not equipped to be able to.
No, it's not going to happen. This is actually the dumbest fucking idea I've seen in a long time. And everybody has been saying for years and years and years, let's move up the stadium, up the start of the season so that we don't play the Grey Cup in poor weather.
Right.
Exact opposite needs to happen. We don't have attendance during the summer months because people are on holidays, they're at the cottage, they're at the cabin, they're at the lake, they're doing whatever the hell else. And everybody says that the CFL season doesn't start till Labor Day.
Correct.
Yeah.
It's still not going to start till Labor Day, but 2/3 of the season are going to be gone by then.
Yep.
This is absolutely ridiculous. Yes, I like the concept of moving up the Grey Cup, but then you have to shorten the season. You can't just make the season start sooner because it doesn't work in Canada. It may work in America. You may be able to have a spring football season down there called the UFL. You might be able to do a lot of things, but you can't do that in the Great White North. It's not fair. It's not logical. It's not realistic. We honestly shouldn't be starting football season until Labor Day and play the Grey Cup in January, like they do in the NFL. And I know everybody says you don't want to do that. You don't want to play football in Winnipeg in December, but then they play in Green Bay, and what's really the difference?
Yeah, but the weather has not been that bad for Grey Cups in recent years.
It has not.
No.
Global warming and all.
I think the coldest one in the last, and I don't know about you would be able to tell, Charles, the Hamilton game, was that cold? Grey
Hamilton
Cup?
was cold.
Okay.
Hamilton was cold, and Edmonton was cold.
2018, Edmonton was cold.
Mm-hmm.
But not cold to the point where you gotta wear a snowmobile suit. Just saying.
I have one.
Okay. And I kind of like that they moved it up because I hate watching football when it's freezing cold out. I just hate it. I'm getting old. I think that's what it is.
I understand that, William.
I wish they had changed it so that every Grey Cup is in BC, to be honest with you.
Yeah, but what they do,
you know what? That almost makes sense.
It
yeah,
does.
but they're still
wouldn't
playing
disagree.
they're still playing the Grey Cup just before Thanksgiving, so they haven't shortened the season.
Thanksgiving's not till is the middle of October.
Here.
No.
Oh,
No,
sorry.
he's talking about the
He's
States.
he's
You
talking
forgot about
U.S.
that, Mike.
Thanksgiving.
This is
I'm thinking-
Canada.
Sorry.
Canada.
Making sure you understand. This is a Canadian football show, Michael. Okay. We have to talk about
I know what he's talking about.
So do I. I'm just being an asshole. I'm exceptionally good at it. I've had
Extremely
years and
good at
years
it.
and years and years of practice.
Nicest asshole I know.
Yeah. Okay. So the other part of this is they have changed the playoff format and extended it by a week. Okay. Which is kind of interesting. I do not disagree with what it is. The first time I looked at this, I said, what the fuck is this? It's stupid. Now I actually kind of like it. 8 teams out of the 9 make the playoffs, which is kind of stupid, but so be it. The one thing I disagree with is that the East and West divisions still exist. Okay. If we had done this playoff format, and you see how it says round 1 on the outside, which is called the showdown between 1 and 2, it should be between 1 and 4 and 2 and 3.
Yeah, but if I get this correctly, 1 and 2 play each other, but they're not eliminated
Correct.
if they lose.
Yeah.
So
Right.
basically,
So what the fuck are they doing that for?
So if you,
what
if
it
you
is,
finish first and
1
then
and
you
2,
lose, you get no first round bye.
the thing, you basically the 1 and 2 teams are playing for home field advantage in the division final and a bye.
Yeah.
Essentially.
There's no
So
bye.
the winner gets a bye and a first round and the home field advantage in the division final. This team that loses, even if you lose that game, you still get to play the next week at home, so you can lose to get a home playoff game, which is a little weird. And then you host the winner of the other, what they call in the play-in game, which is between teams 3 and 4. And then essentially what happens is that after these showdowns and after the play-in games, the 2 showdown winners get a bye into the division finals. The other 4 teams get reseeded based on record.
Play-in team, the winner of the play-in team has to play in round 2.
The winner of the play-in, yes. They play round 2, but they'll play on the road.
They play on the road. They play the loser of the showdown.
Yeah. It's
so nobody in the playoff play-in game can get a home field advantage.
No.
A home field game. So they're done. So, but to me, I still think that just because you're the first in the East doesn't make you the number 2 team in the league.
No.
In a 9-team league, it should be based on overall record, and you don't have you don't differentiate between East and West.
This whole thing would make a lot more sense, like CJ was saying, if they eliminated East and West.
Yeah.
But keeping East and West makes it not look and present as well.
Well, I don't think that doing this at all makes a difference in whether there's East and West divisions. Only for the showdown game. That's the only thing that makes a difference.
Yeah.
Because the teams get reseeded the following week. And it'll just be based on records then, so the divisions won't matter.
So it gets right down to the point that we're playing 18 games during the regular season, and the regular season doesn't matter.
It does.
Essentially, because, well, no.
Not really, because only one team doesn't make it.
True, but you still want to be one of the top 2 teams that have a shot to have the home field for the division finals. Because if you finish there, you're going to... The problem is now, the way it is now, you could have a team that needs to win 3 straight road games just to get to the Grey Cup. So I think this actually makes the lower seeds at a disadvantage, and it makes it even more difficult to see a team with a sub 500 record get to the Grey Cup.
They have a chance.
They now have to win an extra road game just to get there.
But
so last year, Michael, you say that the regular season doesn't make a difference. I'll tell you exactly why the regular season does make a difference. Because last season, if BC played Saskatchewan in the Dome and not in Saskatchewan, we might not have a Ryder Grey Cup champion.
Quite possible.
Yeah.
Okay? Because you don't go into Saskatchewan and win. Odds of that happening are very slim. So it does matter who has the home field advantage in the CFL, especially when you're going against Winnipeg or Saskatchewan, because home field advantage makes a huge difference for those 2 teams. So it does matter.
I just think it dilutes the meaning of the regular season, and you're guaranteed to have a team in the playoffs that has a losing record. You're guaranteed it.
Well, we almost get that now, to be perfectly honest.
Yep.
In fact, it's been very rare.
So I guess this also eliminates the crossover, eh?
Yeah,
it does.
Yes, the crossover is gone.
Well, the one good thing about it is we get an additional week of football, which I like.
Yes.
Okay, so let's go back in the standings here.
I didn't realize those teams got reseeded.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah, the bottom 4 are reseeded.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes a lot of difference.
So
okay,
that's where they're making the regular season worth it.
Last year, every team in the playoffs had a winning record.
Did they?
Okay. In 2025, everybody had a winning record. In 2024, BC was in with a 9-9 record, and Ottawa had a 9-8-1 record, and they were those are the last 2 teams. So they both had 500 plus records in 2024. And 2023, Saskatchewan had a 6-12 record and made the playoffs. 6-12. with Cody Fajardo.
And we've seen 8 and 10 teams. I know because the Lions did it one year, Calgary did it one year, 8 and 10, and they won the Grey Cup because they got hot in the playoffs. And so we've seen teams with Ottawa a few years ago, I believe, was 8, 9, and 1 and won the Grey Cup. So
it matters on who
BC did it in '94, wasn't it?
No, that was 2000. They were 10 and 8 in '94, but in the year 2000, they were 8 and 10.
And it matters big time on when you get your injured players back that are going to make a difference.
That's true. And like I said, with this new rules here, it's going to be tougher for teams with lower records to win the Grey Cup because they're now going to have to win 3 rounds of playoffs to get to the Grey Cup as opposed to 2.
I'm really warming up to this new playoff format.
Yeah, I don't mind it.
But I still don't like the seeding of the top 2 teams.
It should go 1 through 9 based on record.
It should. Because there's many times where the number 1 team in the Eastern Division wouldn't make the playoffs in the Western Division.
That has happened. Yep.
Many times.
And the reality is that what they're trying to do is make sure that there's a game played on the East Coast.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And I understand that. I don't agree with it.
And I think they should also throw in a new rule that the head coach of the team that doesn't make the playoffs should be fired
automatically
instantly.
Gets fired. Like literally now. How much of a
the coach and
the
kicker. The coach and the kicker. There we go.
How much is that team going to get laughed at? Literally 8 of 9 teams make the playoffs, and you're the only one that does it.
Who is that going to be this year? Obviously, this playoff format doesn't happen this year. But who's going to have improved the most, Ottawa or Edmonton?
No,
That's
come on. It's going to be Toronto.
The only reason why I say
that's a good point.
The only reason why I say it's challenging for Edmonton is because Ottawa is in a weaker division.
That's also true.
Edmonton's going to be better than you think.
Oh yeah,
and I think it's going to be Hamilton.
Interesting pick there, William.
You heard it here first.
Yeah. What are you basing that on?
Well, Levi Mitchell gets hurt, they're fucked.
This is true. Well, most teams are.
You could say that about BC.
Yeah.
Saskatchewan, Winnipeg.
Well, what do you mean? They got Trey Ford there now.
Oh God.
Yeah, he's gonna need time.
Well, sorry. Where's my favorite quarterback, Jake Mayer? He's in Ottawa, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
One of your Saskatchewan people, Scott, said online today that they're not going to be as strong this year because they don't have a very strong backup quarterback. I just laughed my face off. Okay.
Yeah, we didn't last year either.
Luckily, he didn't get hurt.
I mean, the funny thing is so our backup is Jake Cohen. In that last Winnipeg game there, Cohen actually played better than Mayer did.
Yeah.
Now, I'm not saying Cohen's a good quarterback, but that tells a story.
Why would Ottawa sign Jake Mayer?
Why would Edmonton sign Fajardo?
They probably had nobody else.
Well, because
quarterbacks are limited.
Fajardo's a good quarterback.
In high school.
Jake Mayer won a Grey Cup.
So did Cody.
No,
yeah, exactly. As a backup.
Oh, yeah, he did. That's true.
The CFL is low on quarterbacks, Mike.
I know
not a lot of options. Just like Winnipeg has said that Algersma will not see the field this year.
Winnipeg didn't say that.
Yeah, they did.
I don't think Winnipeg said that. I think Dave Naylor said that.
Yeah, I don't think it was actually. Although, I mean, how could they say that when they haven't even seen him on the field yet?
Winnipeg did not say that. Some media personality did.
If you listen
I
to
think it
anything,
was. Yeah, I don't think Winnipeg said that.
if you listen to anything on 3 Down Nation, you're an idiot. Sorry.
Yeah,
wasn't from I'll find the article that I read.
If you're a backup quarterback in any of the teams in this league, the likelihood that the starter is going to be able to play a 20 or an 18 game schedule, they're going to get hurt. You know you're going to, as a backup, you're going to get in there. Why would you not want to play your best backup person and have a competition?
You do. What they're saying is that the other guy's going to be better. Okay.
We don't know that.
So no, we don't know that. We don't
No,
know that
that's
until
true.
training camp. And that's when they set the number 1, number 2, and number 3 quarterback.
Mhm.
So anybody who says that right now that this guy Taylor's not going to see the field this year in Winnipeg is blowing smoke out of his ass. And there's no way that that would be somebody from the Winnipeg football team.
I think Edmonton has the best number 2 quarterback in the CFL.
I won't disagree with that. Because honestly, I think they have 2 number 2s.
Well, that's exactly what I'm saying. Who is the number 2 in Edmonton?
I mean, Taylor Powell. Well, is it Taylor Powell or is it Cody? I mean, Taylor Powell, I'm not ruling out him beating Cody out in training camp. If he outperforms them, no. I mean,
the only difference, the only downside to that, Charles, is, and I agree with you, is that they're paying Cody Fajardo way too much money.
Probably, yeah, but you got to look at it this way. Taylor Powell actually beat out Bo Levi Mitchell for the quarterbacking job in Hamilton. The only reason Bo Levi Mitchell got the job back is because Taylor Powell got hurt. But they had named Taylor Powell the starter. They had benched Bo Levi Mitchell. Taylor Powell got hurt. And then when Bo Levi Mitchell, I guess, maybe smartened up and started playing well.
Charles,
yes.
To be fair to Bo Levi Mitchell, it was because he did something stupid that Scott Milanovich told him not to do, and he went and did it anyhow, and he got benched because of it. Taylor Powell didn't get the job because he was a better quarterback. He got the job because Bo Levi Mitchell disrespected or didn't listen to the coach.
That's true.
Yeah.
Thank you, CJ. I was going to fight and argue, but I don't have to say a thing.
No, I mean, the fact
when
of
you
the matter
say
is,
he beat out, you say he beat out Bo Levi Mitchell, he did not.
He didn't.
And we'll see that this year when we see how well he plays, if he does play.
Mm-hmm. That's true.
Because once again, we've had so many quarterbacks we thought were the next one, and they've fallen flat on their face.
Hello, James
100%.
Franklin.
True.
James Franklin, yeah.
Thank you, James Franklin, the guy in BC.
Yeah.
No,
Well,
Jonathan Jennings.
Jonathan
Jennings. The frustrating part is if you're a BC Lion fan, if Nathan Rourke gets hurt, you've built a great team, but if you lose Nathan Rourke, your season's over.
We know.
Yeah, and that's the risk you take.
That's the risk you take. That's what I have no idea why they didn't go after a backup quarterback like Taylor Powell or like Trey Ford or I would have even taken Jake Mayer over this.
Yeah, but you could probably say that was the case in the CFL for at least the last 5 years.
Yeah, so that's true. Because
Okay,
there hasn't really been any strong backups for the. I still don't think they're very
look at
strong
Hamilton
backups.
last year with McLeod Bethel Thompson. I mean, Davis Alexander goes down. They're winning every game. Davis Alexander goes down. They lose every game. Davis Alexander comes back. They win every game.
Well, the guy at Ottawa,
Bethel Thompson got hurt, and then so did the third stringer.
Well, the guy at Ottawa was not bad as a backup.
Dustin Crum, he was a decent backup.
He did all right.
Yep.
I like Dustin Crum in Ottawa. In fact, I think he should have been the starter. I'm just not sold on Drew Brown.
Neither am I.
Yeah, but I think Dustin Crum has had his chances in a number of places, and it hasn't come to fruition.
And I can't argue that, William.
Yep.
And I actually liked Captain Morgan last year, and he got cut this year, so
yeah,
he's not anywhere. I don't think
he was all right.
I liked him.
He was better than McLeod Bethel Thompson.
He was.
I liked his aggression, to be honest with you.
I'll be right back. I got to let my cat in.
That's too much information, Michael.
Yeah. Hope everything comes out okay. Okay, so we're kind of dealing with the quarterback stability situation. He's got Calgary is firmly in year 2 of Vernon Adams' era. Adams stabilized the offense in 2025 after a major roster reset. And yes, Calgary did amazingly well last year in comparison to it, but we still saw an issue with Vernon Adams and confidence.
Mm-hmm.
And I really want to know if he can get past that and play quality football for an entire 18-game season, short of any type of injury. We want him to play top shelf football when he is on the field and not play head games with himself, because that seems to be his biggest problem, is confidence. When he does something stupid, he needs to flush.
He makes bad decisions sometimes.
Every quarterback out there makes a bad decision. Every single quarterback.
I think sometimes he's overly exaggerated, because I mean, remember when he was in BC, he threw 6 interceptions in that one game. Okay, you want to talk about bad decisions?
And William, what was the bad decision in that game?
He threw 6 interceptions.
No, it was Rick Campbell not taking him out after 3.
Well, sure, but whatever. He's the starter, and obviously Rick Campbell didn't have a backup.
Well, we were just
Rick
talking
Campbell's
about
a moron as a coach. He should never let your quarterback stay in there for 6 interceptions. That's ridiculous.
Every quarterback has a bad game.
Anymore. Yeah,
sure.
But it seems that
fired the coach after that game.
It's amazing.
If I owned the team, I would have fired him.
It seems that Vernon Adams, you can see it.
He makes poor running decisions.
Poorly,
they compound on one another.
The confidence goes away. And the running part about him that I don't like is he thinks he's 260 pounds and he tries to run over people and he gets hurt.
The thing with Vernon Adams is he almost has the same exact storyline every season. Gets off to a super hot start, gets injured, comes back from the injury, and is never as good when he comes back from the injury than before.
Yeah.
He was like that in BC. He was like that last year in Calgary.
We really hope that Vernon Adams has a more stable year.
Yeah.
And
Dave
Dickinson has had another year with him. Dave Dickinson's had another year with him, and hopefully he can learn to flush his mistakes, because every single quarterback makes them out there, right? Every single quarterback. And you know what? So what? You throw a pick, get back up, throw a touchdown.
Yeah.
Yep.
Right? I mean, it's what you do. And as long as your touchdown, you have more touchdowns than interceptions, you're going to be okay. Because, I mean, in 2013, Saskatchewan had a quarterback that was throwing 1 pick for every touchdown. And
3 picks for every
touchdown. He got his confidence back, and he went and played football, and they won a Grey Cup.
Well, if Vernon Adams can't get over that, he'll never win a Grey Cup.
No.
He'll never win a Grey Cup.
Never.
No.
But I think Dave Dickinson can help him out immensely with that.
You would hope so.
If anyone can, it'll be him.
I personally think Scott Milanovich would be better at it, but that's beside the point. He's not in Hamilton. He's in Calgary. So Dave is the best option that he has. Yeah. And very, very strong coach.
This will be the year we find out.
One of my favorite quarterbacks. It's not my favorite coach, but he's one of my favorite quarterbacks. Okay. Moving along. Do we want to touch this gender-based violence with Achoo? No, we already have, haven't we?
We pretty much talked about that last week.
Yeah, so that one's done.
He's an idiot.
Calgary Stampeders project top 3 West Division teams with a realistic path to a 10 to 12 wins and a strong chance at hosting a playoff spot. he's going to have some tough competition there between Calgary, BC, and possibly Winnipeg. Saskatchewan, sorry.
Saskatchewan too.
Saskatchewan's in there. I honestly think it's
The West
it's
is
going to be
tight.
it's going to
West is
be a
gonna be tight.
four-way fight for first, second, third.
Hey, Mike,
And-
we don't care about stats. Okay?
Okay.
Don't give a shit about stats. What was his win-loss record?
That wasn't Cody. That's Vernon Adams.
Oh, okay. And I don't care about stats either. I really don't.
But 21 touchdowns, 14 interceptions. I mean, that's 2-1. He's
Yep.
doing well there. Longest pass, 81 yards. QB rating of
Decent
100.5, 100.4. Sorry. I'm okay with that. I mean, I like Vernon Adams. I always have. I hope he does well in Calgary. Not too well, but that's always what happens. Strong skills. We're talking about Calgary still. Offensive skills. League depth units, receivers, Reggie Begelton, Jalen Philpott, Tevan Jones, Dejon Brissett. Proven core, running backs of Dedrick Mills is back. And Canadian racial flexibility remains a strength due to wide receivers and O-line depth. Net effect, Calgary should be able to score consistently without even explosive plays every week. I don't know. I think Vernon Adams is capable of those explosive plays. And it wouldn't be football without him.
Him and Reggie.
Yeah, exactly.
Begelton's going to want to get some things going this year, especially after missing the majority of last season.
Fewer self-inflicted losses. Well, wouldn't that be nice? Coach needs to be stronger. Quarterback needs to be stronger. Receivers need to step up. Calgary won't have those self-inflicted losses.
What's his name just got cut in the NFL?
Hutchins.
Jalen Hutchins. And wherever he signs, if he signs in the CFL, they're going to get a good player. He was.
I think he's just going through their protocol right now.
Yeah, he
Hey,
was
did you write this, or did AI write this, or what happened with this one, Michael?
AI wrote it.
Okay, because it says right now, Western Division margin is thin. Stampeders are good, but the West is unforgiving. Winnipeg remains the benchmark. Winnipeg was fourth in the West last year. Fourth.
Not so much.
They're not a benchmark.
I'm
sorry, I can't do that. BC and Saskatchewan are projected similarity. Calgary has a little margin for injuries and slow starts. I would say that BC, Saskatchewan are 1-2, and I don't care what order you want to put them in. Calgary is a strong third. Winnipeg is a very, very, very strong fourth, and Winnipeg or Saskatchewan is sucking the hind kid again.
Once again, I don't think there's a lot of room for margin in the West this year. I really don't.
No.
Injuries could tell the story, or could end up being what tells the story.
Yes, absolutely. It's going to be the team with the least amount of injuries and the team that steps up, right?
Yep.
So
it's not the team with the least amount of injuries. It's the team with the most amount of depth.
Yeah, okay.
Injuries are going to happen.
And wouldn't you say that Winnipeg, if Claris is not hurt, he's able to play the whole year. They did the best during free agency. They are deep.
But that's where the issue is. They have depth, but if Claris goes down, they're fucked. So depth and injuries are going to be
as
both.
you say. Every other CFL team is the same way, though.
Exactly.
Last year, the O-line for Winnipeg had way too much dirt on their quarterback.
They've improved that.
Yes, they added a couple of pieces. That doesn't mean that the O-line can play together.
Yeah.
If that O-line does not come out and sync up really quickly, and Claros gets hurt in the first, second, or third week, which we've seen happen in the third play of a season, that They could be done.
It's one thing to sign talent on the O line. It's another thing entirely for them to gel together.
Paper and
don't
product.
you think that the coach would not have come back if he felt that the team wouldn't be strong this year?
I don't know. Maybe not.
I don't know. Maybe
did you just say that you didn't think Caleros would come back if he didn't think the team was stronger?
No, the coach,
No.
Michael O'Shea.
The coach,
Michael
O'Shea.
Yeah, but
he wouldn't come back.
Well, we kind of thought at one point when the coaching searches were beginning that he was going to wind up in Toronto.
I don't think there was any actual risk of that.
I think he looked at Toronto in the shape there and said, "No, I'm out."
I had to realize that
found
Michael
out exactly what they were wanting from him.
He was a lifelong Argo player.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So far, he's a lifelong Bomber coach.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Your loyalties can shift. And they may have. And Toronto, if you've watched it for the last 3 or 4 years, has been an absolute clusterfuck of an organization. And with the management, with the whole Chad Kelly affair, everything about it, and the exodus of players and coaches from that team, you really got to question why you would want to go back into that from some place that you know you're comfortable with. And also, why do you want to go into an area and have to rebuild something that you're not familiar with? Because, Toronto didn't lose their coach because they were a great team.
They lost their coach because Dinwiddie didn't want to be there. Period.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
So why do you want to go into an area in which the previous coach didn't want to be there? Okay, so it's the same thing when a team fires a coach. The new coach going into it is usually going into a caustic environment because that you don't fire a coach on a good team.
Nope.
Yeah, look at Saskatchewan.
Look,
the thing that's exciting about the West is I could make the case of Calgary winning it, Saskatchewan, Winnipeg, and BC, even though on paper, BC is the best team in the league. If they have Nathan Rourke for all their games, if they don't win the Grey Cup, it's a disappointment.
Every year is a disappointment that your team doesn't win the Grey Cup.
Yeah.
Yep.
I don't care what team you are.
Yep.
Getting to the Western Final is not victory.
Let's face it, everybody starts the season trying to win the Grey Cup. And if they don't win the Grey Cup...
So it'll go back to this playoff format change that we went over. Yes, the regular season still matters. Because when it comes to the playoffs, you want every advantage you possibly can have.
Mm-hmm.
And if you can get into first place and get a bye, or second place and get a bye by a victory over the first place, then you know what? You've done well for your team. You got 2 home playoff games, or at least 1 home playoff game. I actually like this playoff format where you're the number 2 team and you still end up with the Western Final at home. Right? I mean, that's never happened before. It's always the number 1 team that gets the Western Final at home. Number 2 team can actually have the Western Final at home. Mm-hmm. And in fact, the number 3 team could have the Western. No, they cannot.
No, they can't.
No, they can't. So, yeah, I think I'm warming to this. I just think that it shouldn't be this East-West thing at the back end. So that's where I'm having an issue on it. I think that the team should be ranked. And if you're going to do the top 4 teams, rank the top 4 teams. Okay? And that doesn't necessarily mean that. And here's my question for you. Here's my question for you guys. Okay.
Mhm.
Ollie, you're sitting there, you've just watched the playoff format, the change, and it has the 1-2 team in the East and the 1-2 team in the West make the playoffs, right? And then it says 5, 6, and 7 and 8 play. But what if the number 2 team in the East is number 5?
Well, they're automatically moved up to number 2.
Yeah, because you just
Yeah.
by getting the second place.
Not
But
number
it's-
2 in the East.
Yeah, they are. They're automatically moved up.
They automatically get moved up. But so somebody gets automatically moved from 4th to 5th place? How is that
No.
fair?
It's not. It's not fair. But that's just the way it is.
It should be 1 through 4 in the top, not the top 2 in each division.
Yeah.
Well, if it was up to me, we'd go 1 through 9. That's the way it should be.
Well, you can't have a 9th team in the playoffs. We don't have anybody for them to play.
It doesn't. Yeah, it
He's
doesn't work
talking
like
about
that.
getting rid of East and West.
Yes.
Yeah.
Essentially,
what
I
the
understand
CFL
one
is
team
doing-
not making the playoffs. I understand 3 teams not making the playoffs, but it needs to be in the correct order.
Well, essentially, what the CFL is doing is they are doing a version of what the NBA does, because the NBA also has a playoff play-in
Play-in
round
game.
where it's, I believe it's 6 through 10 in the conference. They play like a 2 or 3 game series, so it's essentially the same type of idea.
I
That
don't
the first,
dislike
the
this,
yeah.
but William, at the beginning of the show, you said that there was a reason for this playoff format change, and you and I are
Money.
both on the same page on this one. You go ahead and tell the people why you think that they changed these playoffs like this.
Owners get more games, more money. Players
More
get more
games.
games,
Exactly.
more money. It's that simple.
Okay.
That's why the players agreed. That's why the owners agreed. It's more money.
So in the Western Division, there are 2 playoff games.
Yep.
Mhm.
In the Eastern Division, there are 2 playoff games.
Yep.
There are now 4.
Yes.
Double the money, baby.
So that
So now
means more people going in the gates.
The interesting part here now is if you finish even 3rd in the division, you get a home playoff game because you will get the home play-in game.
So do you
Yes, but
think
number 2 team doesn't necessarily get a home playoff game.
Correct.
Oh, yes, they do. Yes, they do.
Well, they
Sorry.
will even if they lose. Yeah.
Even if
So
they
do
lose,
you-
they get a home
Yes.
playoff game.
Yes, they will.
so is this going to create more interest for towards the end of the year? Is it going to create more interest for all the teams and have people want to come into this, go watch the games because there's a potential of getting a home field advantage for 1 game or 2 games?
Well, you're going to fight for that position no matter what. Every team
Yeah.
should fight for a home playoff game.
Here's the thing too.
It's in their owner's best interest. It's who pays your bills. You want to help your owner.
Here's
You
an
will fight
interesting
for that
scenario.
3rd place
Yeah.
position over 4th.
So here's an interesting scenario too. You've got this what do they call the showdown game? You could say the same 2 teams play 2 weeks later in, like, say, the Western Final, because they could play the showdown game. One team wins it, the other team goes to the next round with the home field. They win it, and then it's go back head to head again. So you could potentially, in one playoff season, you could play the same team twice.
Yeah.
Which makes for an interesting dynamic that we've never had before. So
Yeah, so it's
actually,
difficult
there's
playing
some
the same
good
team
scenarios
twice.
in this.
So
Yeah.
then the next question is I remember back in January, they were talking about that they wanted to have their TV contract for 2027 done before the end of this season. I mean, before the start of the season. Do you think TSN had a lot of influence in this playoff format?
Of course.
I don't think anybody else does.
Yeah, I did think so.
There's 2 things.
More money.
2 things that
more
focus
money,
this.
More money for
TSN
TSN as well.
gets more games on air when they're important, and there's more betting on these games because they're
Yep.
playoff games.
Right.
There's more money to be made on all sides of this thing, this format. right?
Well, I think, do you think it's going to help the teams that historically have not drawn well in the league, like AKA Edmonton?
I don't think
Well, I mean,
Edmonton is drawing poorly in anything more than a temporary manner.
Mhm. They start winning
Okay.
again, they'll start bringing people in.
If
Once again,
you
when
want to talk
win,
about
you
a
bring
team that
people
doesn't
in.
draw, it's Toronto. They can win a Grey Cup back to back, and their attendance will go down.
Nobody cares.
The only
Nobody
team
cares
that
in
doesn't,
Toronto.
the only team that doesn't draw people when they win is Calgary.
No, I've seen them draw before when they've won.
Yeah, but 2 years ago when they were last in the league, they still drew the same amount of fans.
Well,
What is the reason behind that? I mean, there's not a lot to do in Calgary from a sports standpoint.
Excuse me,
They
Michael.
do have hockey.
Really,
They do have
Michael?
lacrosse.
Once again, Mike, you do not realize how big NHL is.
mm-hmm.
Okay? It's massive.
You need
Okay.
to come to Calgary and check it out at Grey Cup, Mike.
Yeah.
You need to come up and go to the Grey Cup.
Yep.
I'll be
I mean,
there.
when you got people paying $12,000 a year for hockey tickets,
Mhm.
you realize what kind of a great bargain the CFL is.
$1,000 is an expensive seat in the CFL for a season, and it's a hard sell. But $16,000 for hockey tickets is sold out.
Yeah.
Is a waiting list for Canuck tickets. It's a waiting list for Flame tickets.
To be fair, a lot of those are corporations that are, using that for clients and stuff. But
It
still,
doesn't matter. It's still there's a demand,
No, that's true.
right? Why
For a
isn't that
team
corporate demand for CFL cities, right?
I
For a
mean,
team that
I work
finished
with a guy
last
now.
overall.
I work with a guy now. He's got season tickets to the Flames, and he's in the Bleeders, and he still pays $7,000 a year for 2 Bleeders.
Yep.
What?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's common.
But you also got to realize, Michael, there's 41 games.
Yeah, not 10.
Yeah.
For the 2 seats at the Blazer games is for NBA, and you've seen from the videos where I sit, that's $4,000. You're telling me that the NHL's more expensive than the NBA?
In Canada,
Guaranteed.
yes, in a heartbeat.
Guaranteed.
Guaranteed. Guaranteed.
Wow.
You just do not understand the ginormousness of hockey in Canada.
Yeah, huge.
There's 8 teams in Canada, and they support the 26 teams or 24 teams in America.
Yes.
The hockey in Canada subsidizes the American teams.
No, I know that.
Okay. And not to a little bit. It's not marginal. It's massive. So there it is. So there's the playoff format. Let's go jump over here and see what Mikey's got on the agenda, because I think that's pretty much everything.
Yep.
You know what? My tune of this playoff format has completely changed from when I first saw it this afternoon. Because, like, what was my comment this afternoon when I said it?
Oh, fuck.
The sky is falling, and Donald Trump is going to be the president for the next 20 years. I think that's what you said.
No, I did not say that.
Oh, yeah.
I would actually like that to happen. Okay, so calm down here.
Oh, before we go any further, we got breaking news. We actually have a quarterback selected in the CFL draft.
Ooh.
What round?
Round 7, pick number 58. The Edmonton Elks selected Eloa Latendresse Regimbald.
Oh my God. Cody's out. Cody's out.
Cody's gone.
From
Cody's
McGill.
gone.
Where's he from?
He's a quarterback from McGill.
Oh, Montreal.
Yep.
He's going to be the starter.
Oh, no way.
Or at least what's his name?
Cody played out
He's going to be the.
Cody played out of Montreal. He probably knows him.
You know, if you guys are nice in 2 weeks and we have Chris Morris on, maybe he could get us Cody Fajardo on this show.
We can't be nice.
What does Chris Morris do for Edmonton? What is his position?
He's the president and
He's the
CEO.
president.
Yep.
Okay, so he's not the guy who signed Cody, so we can't beat
No.
him up over that.
We can't ask him why he's still on the team, though, and I'm sure I will do that.
When are you planning to cut him?
Oh God.
What does his severance package look like?
Yeah.
I really like Cody. He's a nice guy.
He's a hell of
Nobody's
a guy.
arguing. Nobody's
He's a
arguing.
really nice guy. He just
He's
doesn't know how
just
to
a
play
shitty
football.
football player.
He's better than Jake Mayer.
Yeah, but Jake Mayer is a backup. He's not a starter.
That, Mike, is not a high bar to go on
Yeah.
by.
You're not setting the bar high on this one, okay?
I'll give you credit on that
my
one.
grandmother has been dead for 100 years, and she's a better quarterback than Jake Mayer.
I mean, Michael, last year you said Cody Fajardo was the best quarterback in the CFL. I was saying he's not the best quarterback on the Edmonton Elks.
Yeah, he was.
It's not right now.
Yeah, he is.
I don't think so.
No.
You guys got Taylor Powell over there.
It's going to be a very interesting training camp.
Yeah, it will be.
It's going to be the first 6 games are going to be are going to tell how good my Edmonton team is. Because
It's going to come down to really quickly whether or not they can renegotiate Cody Fajardo's contract.
No, I disagree with you, Mike. I don't think the first 6 games in the CFL mean squat. They mean
2
somewhat
points each.
if you win, it's 12 points, but you can still come back from a shitty first 6 games and be in the playoffs in 2027 or be in the playoffs anytime.
Yeah, but
all you have to do is have a pulse in 2027. You're going to get the playoffs.
Yeah, but for Edmonton, it's a big fucking deal because the last 3 years we haven't won. 3 years ago, it took us 9 games to win our first. 2 years ago, it took us 8 games to win our first. Last year, I think it was 7.
Yeah,
Hey,
but
Michael,
if
in 2021, the BC Lions started 0-5. They won 1 game, then they lost another game, and then they won a few games, then they lost some games, and then they kept winning into the playoffs and won a Grey Cup. They started 0-5. So please don't tell me and whine about the Edmonton Elks not winning games in their first 6 games, because it doesn't matter as long as you finish the season strong. Exactly what William had said.
and I don't want you to get a big head,
Right,
Mike,
true.
but if they had had a couple of breaks last year, latter part of the year, they might have made the playoffs.
Would have got destroyed in the playoffs, but
They might have made it. They played pretty good in the back half of the year.
I mean,
Well,
look
the
at
one
that
we
final.
played-
Look at
until
that
they
final
played
game against BC.
Yeah,
That was
Yep.
awful.
Mhm.
Okay.
That was awful.
that was vintage Cody.
Yeah. That was a big game, and he did not rise to the occasion. Far
In
from
that
it.
game, he was not
Shit
better than
the
Jake
bed.
Mayer.
And I remember how pissed off you were after that game.
I was embarrassed.
Yes.
And you
You
should have been.
Rightfully
still be.
so, I might add.
I was ready to release him after that game, but he's still the best we've got at this point.
Last year, yes. I don't know about this year.
I still think that's debatable.
But I do think that we don't know who's really going to be. We don't know what teams are really going to look like until after Labor Day. I've learned that from last year.
Mm-hmm.
Here's the thing, though. You know what you're going to get from Cody. You know what you're going to get.
The one thing I can say about him is he does give 100%. He does try.
A lot of players try.
Not always.
It's not about
Yeah,
So
trying and
Charles,
succeeding are two different things.
Yes.
I'm going to leave it up to you. What do you want to talk about? I ran out of agenda items. That was it.
Oh, it's fine. I mean, we're 20 after 8. We can wrap up the
I
show
got
if you
nothing off
want.
the top of my head.
Okay.
We are going to have to go through our picks for the first third of the season, second third of the season, fourth third of the season, who we think our Grey Cup winners are going to be, who we're going to do this, that, and everything else. Do you want to do that this week, or do you want to put it off till later, be closer to the season start?
Yeah, let's leave that
After
till
we
when we're in
select some
training camp
rosters
and so on.
in training camp.
We got
Yeah.
to wait for training camp to happen.
Who won the draft?
I don't know. Is it over yet?
I don't know. Who cares?
Let's see. There was 2 picks.
Same team that won free agency.
Let's see. We are in the final round. Is it already done? No. There's 2 picks left. Both
So
the
when I'm-
Montreal
what-
Alouettes and the Saskatchewan Roughriders each have a pick left.
How many rounds are there?
8.
9?
So,
Oh, 8.
so when I'm
Why
reading,
do they need that? I don't know, but
so when I'm reading Three Dog Nation, and they're talking about how good these different teams are, and they do say that Edmonton is going to be good this year. How much value should I put into them?
0.
From Three Down Nation?
It's
Not a
3 Down
fucking thing.
Nation.
Okay.
Not a fucking thing.
Sorry to disappoint you, Mike.
Okay? That's Three Down Nation. You cannot believe shit coming from them.
Okay.
I mean, seriously, guys, I'm going to ask you a question. Media personality across the league, who do you have the most faith in?
Me, I'm going to say Dave Naylor.
Dave Naylor for me.
Yeah.
Okay? So if you follow Dave Naylor on Instagram, on Twitter, on whatever, you're going to get the best reliable news for the CFL.
What about Glenn Suter?
No.
No.
I think the most accurate guy is Luke Wilson.
Sorry, well, I like him.
There you go. Doesn't get any better than that one.
Yeah.
Did they?
No,
is
sorry,
TSN
Mike,
bringing
but-
that guy back?
Yep.
Huh?
Yep.
Yeah.
He got a reaction, good or bad. That's what you want.
I want more Claire, but
Oh, fuck.
Oh my lord.
okay. That's all I've got, guys.
That's okay. I mean, we're talking football and we're having fun. Do we have anything else to discuss? When is training camp actually starting? Do we have a date for the rookie camp?
Rookie
How
camp,
far
May
away is
it?
6th. Training camp, May 10th.
6th,
May 6th,
Yeah.
and this is April 28th.
28th.
So we're literally talking about what, 8-9 days from here?
Yeah,
Training camp begins.
May 10th.
It begins a week from this Sunday. This
I
Sunday
just
is
got
May 3rd, and then the May 10th is the start of training camp.
Is the
So
start of
we're-
training
we're-
camp, but that's not rookie camp. Rookie camp starts
Rookie camp
Thursday,
is
doesn't
May
it?
6th.
May
I
6th
just
is
got
Wednesday.
my,
A week from Thursday.
I just got my
Wednesday.
season tickets. I just got my season tickets on my phone. First game for Calgary exhibition game is May 18th against the Saskatchewan Roughriders.
That's the
You know when the first
preseason
game in BC is? July 25.
July 27th.
Yeah, well, it sucks to be in BC.
Well, there'll be games in BC. They're just going to be in Victoria and then in preseason, then 2 in Kelowna.
Yeah.
So how far is Kelowna from Vancouver?
3.5
3.5
hours.
hours.
That's a road
Three-
game.
3.5, 4 hours.
Yeah.
So when I was in Merritt, it was an hour and a half to Kelowna and 2 hours to Abbotsford. And it would have been 3.5 hours to Vancouver. So you got to add another hour and a half to Merritt. So yeah, it's not a small little jaunt for for BC Lions fans coming out of Vancouver. But the whole thing is that Kelowna Stadium is quite small. I think it's only 7,000 seats, isn't it, Charles?
Well, they're expanding it, and the total capacity is going to be about 19,000.
That much? 19?
Yes.
Wow. And
They're
I believe
putting
it's
in
sold out
temporary
both games.
Yeah, they have a couple of areas. They're like standing areas. They're like party areas that they put in that you can still get. They have a few tickets. All of like the grandstand seats and stuff like that are sold out for both games.
And they've bought every metal chair across Canada.
Yeah,
Folding metal chair. Okay.
I'm going to be investing in a seat
Walmart
cushion
is sold
before I
out.
go there.
That is going to be a WWE event if I've ever seen it. Got the
Yes, it
chairs.
is.
Let them go.
So did season ticket holders in Vancouver, did they have to buy those Kelowna tickets?
What happened was they gave you the option that you could include them in your season's tickets or not. You could decline them, and then you'd only have to pay for which is what I did. You only had to pay for the Vancouver games. I did end up buying tickets for one of the Kelowna games. I'm going to the second one. I'm not going to the first one, but you had the option of including them or declining them. They did the same thing a few years ago too when they played the regular season game in Victoria, which I believe is in September, where again you had the option to include the Victoria game or not. So
You got to take the ferry.
yeah,
So it adds another $200-300 to your
that
trip.
was that was a non-starter for you. I'm not getting on that ferry to go over there for a game. Wouldn't be so bad if they didn't rip you off trying to go on it.
So am I still there? Can you guys
Yeah.
still see me?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, because I'm out of Teams right now. I'm doing something else, and I just
So-
wanted to know whether or not it came in.
So did you buy season tickets, CJ?
I did not. I at this point in time I can't. But I will be buying some games. I will be at the first game in July 25th. That's for sure.
Mhm.
And we'll see where our games go from there. But I anticipate going to every game. Whether I actually do or not is another story.
I ended up switching ends for the stadium because Club Orange doesn't exist anymore. So I went to
Yeah.
the other side because the side I sat on, if the roof is open and it's a sunny day, the sun is beating down on you. So I'm like, no, I'm going to the other side because it's more shady.
But they've got they got 3 or 4 large zones like what Club Orange
Yes,
was
they
now.
do. They're a
And
lot more expensive than Club Orange was.
yes, they are. But I'm still kind of looking at one of them. I would definitely. I'm intrigued by them. Let's put it that way.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I'm going to go to a couple games up in there just to see what it's like.
Yep.
I'm doing something right now, so I kind of want to stick around until I finish it, and then we'll close off the show. But I want to. Okay, let's just apply this and see how that works. How's that look, guys?
What are we looking at? Crystal.
Oh,
Change
Oh,
my
he's
background.
got your
that's
name
cool.
on it. Yeah. Okay. That looks good.
Yeah, you like that?
Yep.
Sure.
Who else wants one?
The problem
I
is it
do,
doesn't
I
let
do.
me put custom. I don't know why it does not let me put custom backgrounds on my.
That's because you don't pay for the package.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So my question is, would you like one? And if you do, what name would you like? William?
Will.
Right? No?
I said Will.
Will. You want Will. Michael?
Yes. No, you know
Mike.
what? William works. William works.
Mike.
Mike? Scott, you want what? Scooter?
No, I hate that name, Scott. That's the same as your Chris. Remember?
Yes, I
I think
do.
I think you should put Professor in the corner, CJ.
Oh, PhD at the end or something like that? Okay. Just thought I'd question and query you guys, and we'll see what happens. Okay. Let's just shut this down now. It's 8:30.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, this has been Let's Talk CFL. Christopher Jones, host of Let's Talk CFL podcast number 646. Yeah, well, I did that backwards, didn't I? Oh well. It's been a slice. I'm enjoying this football game, and I'm over at my friend's place in New West, so I'm kind of been loud and hopefully not swearing too much, and don't know whether or not they heard me. But I appreciate them. I'm couch surfing because I've really got no place to live right now. Anyhow, not the point. So we're moving along, and we're going to say goodnight, William. It's up to you, buddy.
Good night, everybody. Have a great week and watch UFL. Did I say that? Holy shit. Okay.
I've tried. It's hard.
It is very hard. I haven't watched a whole game yet, Charles.
Neither
I've
have
got
I.
about 6 of them on my PVR. And when I really get desperate, I'll start watching them.
Uh-oh, I better spell William right.
Will I am.
William. Okay. Michael, say goodnight.
Good night, everybody. Have a good week. And we're less than 2 weeks away from football being back in our lives. So I'm happy.
We're 1 day past our next show.
Really?
Right? Training camp starts 1 day after our next show.
That's right,
Charles,
the
say goodnight.
rookie had that. Good night, folks. Thanks for listening. 2 weeks from Sunday, or 2 weeks from Monday is the first preseason game. So we've got next week, and we got 2 more weeks with no games, and then we'll have stuff to talk about. Yeah, they're fake to start with, but who cares?
Okay. And Scott, say goodnight.
Good night, everyone. And get prepared for the new season. It's going to be exciting, and we're going to have a lot to talk about.
Okay. Take care, guys. I'm going to shut this down now.